Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rich in the Philippines. I want to start off this show, this episode, by saying thank you. Thank you to those who have supported me on my segments and Steve for the last 5 years. And I also wanted to say to those of you who don't, go back underneath your bridge. Go move on to another station. See ya. Today we're going to talk about words. We're going to talk about words that can help make your life easier here in the Philippines. I didn't really think too much about this when I first got here. Maybe my first or second month I started to study Tagalog a little and learn. Actually, people are going to say, you're speaking like a Filipino or an Italian. No, we're going to talk about words that can make your life easier here. And the very first one I learned almost instantly is salamat. And they usually follow that with salamat po. I'm telling you, that one word is, I don't want to say magic here, but I found it to be magic here. It shows the Filipinos, is this guy, that's usually, salamat is usually followed by, do you know how to speak Tagalog? Which is followed by my next Filipino word, which is kontilong, which means a little. At least in our province, that's what it means. And again, if these words, I'm not pronouncing them right, I know, which is part of the magic. What I'm saying is I'm going to give you 5 or 6 words that really have helped me. And the first one is salamat, followed by po. And po, people say, po is for oldies and po is for elders. In our province, it's used very freely. It's used in the Walter Mart, it's used in the bank, it's used at Jollibee. 340 po. So the po is really widespread, but salamat almost always is appreciated, and it makes them smile, and they ask, are you learning the language? And so you say kontilong, which means a little, poquito. So those are the first two. The second one, or the third, that I use all the time, and all my friends joke with me, and that's como esta. And that just means how you doing. So you'll meet somebody, at the store. Hey, ¿cómo está, po? Oh, mabuti. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. How are you? And again, all these words are doing is showing that you're giving a monochrome of interest in their language, in their country. And again, I'm open to your feedback on, do you not use these words or do you just don't care? So the other, I guess this is fourth, if I'm keeping track correctly, which I'm probably not. And this is a word that us motorcycle riders hear all the time. And actually people say it all the time to each other as they leave, almost like a throw-out word. And that's ingat. 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 There's 2 ways to say it. One, I think, goes to the troll, which is ingat. And the other one is be careful, ingat, which I hear all the time. Ingat, be careful when you're driving. So that's salamat, como esta, ingat, and kontilong. These are some of the words, and I have them up here, that I've actually used and still use after 2 years. And people appreciate it. And the next one, I've learned from many of my Filipino friends, I don't want to get in trouble there, and that's mahal. Mahal means expensive. And if it's said wrong, it can mean love. So I try to use it in the expensive term only, just not to stay in trouble. So that's salamat, como esta, ingat, kontilong, mahal. And the last one, or almost the last one, that I use all the time, because I have to. Steve and I we've talked about with you guys that American humor is really different than Filipino humor. And sometimes our humor can be taken as like, oh man, did he really say that? Whether you're from the West Coast, East Coast, Mid Coast, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas, I think that all of us Americans have a touch of sarcasm. And it's, some people are mean, some people are not mean. And some people it's natural, some people it's not. Some people really take offense to it. Americans. Some people don't. I'd say most of them don't. Most of the friends that, especially the expats that I know here, they have a very good sense of humor, whether it's dry or whether it's sarcastic. However, you got to put the joke long in. Joke long, Poe, joke long. Just kidding. Just kidding. And this is a bonus word, and that's the word no. If you don't want to do something, or you don't like a price, or you don't want to go out with somebody, you're not interested in somebody, just 2 letters, N-O, no. Or you don't want to engage with an idiot, just no. I'm not going to do it. No matter what the context is, keep that word no in your mind. And I tell you, it will help you, along with salamat, which is thank you. Salamat for watching, and we'll see you next time.